The seasons are changing. It's cold. We got rain, a lot of rain last night, which is good for the homestead and good for all of the Pacific Northwest. It's dousing the fires. Yay. Stay tuned for a chat. Hello, welcome to Pine Meadows Hobby Farm. I'm your host, Jerry Hansen. We're just going to chat. I got to do some things around the homestead while we're chatting, but the seasons are changing. I'm putting some stuff away in the greenhouse, so I'll let you guys hang out with me. I'm especially getting these plants put away for winter and getting them safe in the greenhouse. I've got to close the windows on the greenhouse because we're starting our crops in here for the winter, and I want to make sure that we keep it nice and warm in here for the plants to have a good chance to survive. So, and for my seedlings to start. One thing about a greenhouse is you got lots of windows, especially this kind of greenhouse built with these type of windows. All recycled and repurposed. One last window to close. Now with changes of the weather, it's getting colder. I'm going to turn my attention to going indoors. For now, this fall season, I'm going to do a lot of focus on getting some improvements done in the greenhouse and do some more focusing on learning what to grow in the greenhouse and how to grow it in the greenhouse to make this thing really productive throughout the winter and spring. I got some more plants to get. So yeah, there's a lot going on here, especially this time of year for a homesteader. These bulbs will come back in the spring, and yeah, lots to learn. This is mint. It reseeded itself. So I'm gonna plant mint in this box right here because it's contained. Let's go up to the garden. I got some things going on up there today. We've got a lot of these little pumpkins I've got to harvest, and gonna use them for decorating. Aren't they cute? So as I was saying earlier, the rains came last night and rained all night long. And now there's not a hint of smoke in the air. That one big giant fire to the west of us here is up to, it's about 2,000 acres, shy of 200,000 acres. There's approximately 600,000 acres total this year that burnt in the United States. And my neighborhood has approximately half of that, just the fires around us. But something strange as far as our little area goes. So, since the Discovery Channel came out and fireproofed my homestead, it We didn't get to test it this year, but it sure gave us a lot of peace of mind. I'm gonna have fun doing some decorating with this. Check out the variety of colors there. You got yellow, yellow, orange, orange, more yellow. Interesting. So on the rest of them, we're saving the seed. We're gonna plant them all over the place in the spring so we can get a lot of pollen going for the bees. I've got some more stuff like that. Stuff up behind me on the swing is the corn and the turnips and carrots. I have to get cleaned up, trimmed up, and get ready to can, and I'll be doing that later this afternoon. I also want to tell you guys about this bargain place I found. It's like a garage sale on steroids. It's a Goodwill as is store. It's their last ditch effort to get rid of stuff before they have to dump it, and they usually just divide it up and send it to recyclers. But what I got is this floor lamp. I picked that up for $1. I got this little oil lamp for $1. I got this really nice little basket for the spare bedroom with porcelain handles. Picked that up for $1. And these books I got for about 50 cents a piece. Cookbooks. So that's a helpful hint for you guys who are on tight budgets to be able to do a little bit of sprucing up and home improvements on a dime. So I don't know if all the towns have a Goodwill as is store. I know ours does. Check out your local area and ask your Goodwill to see if they have those. So I got a little bit of a fall theme going on my back porch right now. I got the main plants put away in the greenhouse, and we're going to be nurturing those. Now I have a video coming up that is in the gardening series, but it's saving seed, mainly flower seed, as well. I'll be focusing on that video, and I'll show you what I found that identifies the parts of the plant that are reproducing other plants. Some plants have noticeable seed, and other plants have little teeny tiny seeds. So I'll show you how I'm doing that. Because next year I'm going to be focusing on my front yard and getting some garden beds out there. I need some deer resistant plants, and these are deer resistant. They're also pest repellents, and I'm going to try to get enough seed to line all the way around the border of my garden with these, along with some of those taller plants. Lots of work to do, but I'm going to enjoy myself doing it, and I'm going to take it easy. And yeah, with the cloudy and nasty weathers here, I'm going to turn my energy and focus inside, like the quack shack. I'm going to finish off doing the interior of that so the ducks and the geese can get out of the inclement weather. That way their water doesn't freeze inside of that structure. That's one of my biggest pains in the patoot, is dealing with frozen water during the winter months. I've managed to achieve that with the chicken coop and the bunny house, so we can keep thawed water to them all year, including during the frozen months. But the duck pen will put a little pool inside that. Speaking of the ducks and geese, got home Saturday night from work and my wife had some bad news to tell me. Yeah, that's what I want to do after a 12-hour shift at work, is go fish a dead goose out of the middle of the pond. So one of my geese had died. Don't know what of it. Doesn't appear to have been attacked. Don't know what happened. So we took care of her. But I've got 8 geese left, and I plan to harvest 4 of them. I'm going to keep 2 ganders and 2 geese, and then we're harvesting a bunch of ducks. Now that the weather's cooled down, we're going to focus on harvesting livestock for the freezer for the winter, so we can have protein. And Matt and Misty Rainey, when they were here filming the episode for Discovery Channel's Homestead Rescue, they taught Jamie, my daughter, how to dispatch and dress rabbits, and she's going to help me with the rabbits. We've got 8 of those to dispatch and put in the freezer. Jeremy, my son, has his hunting license. They acquired that in January when Discovery was here filming the episode, and they took Jeremy out hunting. They went and hunted goose, so his hunting license is good for the rest of the year. He's going to go ahead and grab a deer tag, and we're going to harvest a deer, at least one, out from among our homestead, because that's just what you do. You harvest your protein and help your family survive. I don't think we're going to be going after any trophy bucks. There's about 8 of them that hang around here, and then there's that 4x4 that I got video of that came down and drank out of the pond. Now he would be a trophy. He would be nice to get, but if I don't see him, we're just going to go ahead and harvest one. Anyway, I'll get my hunting license this year and a deer tag, and so we can have plenty of meat to be able to go around, because Jeremy is stocking his refrigerator at his residence. Yeah, interesting. Just wanted to point out to my audience, if you noticed, I haven't been building anything lately. I've got all my buildings I wanted to get done for the infrastructure on the homestead, so those are finished. This year I didn't do any building at all, with the exception of the quack shack. I did that earlier in the year, and that was my final project. Some off projects, I'm in no hurry for them right now, is the hog pen and the place to keep turkeys. But I'm in no hurry for that. Right now I just got to focus on getting my fencing finished, which I've been working on over the last 2 weeks, because I am preparing to go ahead and bring goats in this fall. The barn is ready, and I spent a lot of my energy and time on focusing on the garden and greenhouse this year, and it did pretty good, with the exception of the corn. Man, I don't know what's going on with that. I'm going to have the soil tested, take it down to the local Grange co-op and have them test my soil and see what I need to implement it with, so I can have a successful corn crop. I think it needs nitrogen. I really do. I think it needs nitrogen and maybe a couple of other implements. Well, that's it with the antics and activities here at Pine Meadows Hobby Farm for the fall. I want to thank you guys for showing up and tuning in faithfully and watching my show, and welcome to all you new subscribers who caught me on the Homestead Rescue show on Discovery Channel. I want to welcome you to the channel. My show, my videos are the prequel and the sequel to that episode of Homestead Rescue's Honey, I Torched the Homestead. It was quite the adventure just filming that show. So, yeah. Black clouds are moving in, more rain's coming down, and I'm going to go ahead and bid you adieu. You can follow me on social media. I'm on Twitter, Facebook, Pinterest, Reddit, and Google+. And I'm trying to figure out how to get my videos uploaded to what they call Snapchat and there's another thing that's really popular. I'm trying to figure out how to do that on a PC. Because I live in a dead zone. We have no cell signal out here. So I do not own a cell phone. And I'm just going to have to wing it. So bear with me. I'm your host, Jerry Hansen. I want to thank you guys for coming. We'll see you guys in more videos. Bye-bye.